Yeah, that's supposed to be on. So we're going to waive Robert's rules. And we are going to have some project updates. I'm going to talk about the building project. It's pretty much finished up for now, the first 10 buildings. And they have 3 more buildings to paint. And then that segment of it will be completed. Joe, do you want to add anything to that about the buildings? Or
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have anything to add.
All right. And we'll leave that part for now because there'll be more stuff to talk about with that. What about committee updates?
I can start. The first committee update is the annual meeting committee. The annual meeting will be on March 7th at 1 o'clock. Standard rules, you check in. You don't need to bring your badge. And we'll have the meeting. We'll adjourn so that we can get all the votes counted, and then we'll come back and start the meeting up again at 4 o'clock. We need the intent to run. If you'd like to run for the board, I moved all of the documents for the owners to that back side of the wall over there. They're now where the computer, or where the copier is. We're gonna make some changes to that area, just so you know, but I wanna get everybody started to going back there to find the forms. We had forms all over this building. It was making me crazy. The intent to run is over there. If you'd like to run for the board, we need your intent to run by January 26th by 5 o'clock. There's also, the form is also on the website, nyccstewart.com. You can download that form, fill it out, email it to Holly at property manager at property manager at nyccstewart.com, okay? If you intend to run for the board, the next thing you will need to do is by January 30th, also by 5 o'clock, we will need a quick resume. Less than 1 page is preferred. And February 2nd at 7 o'clock, Maura will be hosting a Meet the Candidates. So those are things that you can put on your calendars.
Kim,
Yes.
do we have a packet of the duties of the directors that we can pass out to people that want to run?
We do. I could get, if you put your intent in and you'd like that packet, I will have Danny, will have a copy of what the director's duties are, and she can give it to you if that's what you want, or come see me, I'll get it for you.
You probably should get them.
Yeah.
Packet
And
to know what's
I
expected.
highly recommend it.
You wish you'd had that, huh? So that's, Judy Roberts is our annual meeting committee lead. So if you have any questions about elections and if you'd like to volunteer, talk to Judy, okay? So that's the annual meeting. Any questions, concerns? Okay. Rules meeting. The Rules Committee is meeting today at 3 o'clock. It's been on Channel 99. There are 3 major things we're going to talk about today. One of them is car heights. As you know, as you may or may not know, we have an issue with car heights in this community. The governing documents say you can have a car that's 70 inches tall. As cars have evolved, they've grown in height. The car you had last year that maybe was 69 is now 71. So if you bought a new one, not that your car is growing. So anyways, that will be part of the discussion today. Also, we're going to talk about guests. I've done some looking into our documents in regards to guests, whether they be family or non-family members. I found it in 3 different places and it says 3 different things. So we would like to get that written down one place, get it solidified and get it where everything says the same thing. The bylaws are kind of wishy-washy when it comes to family, and people have run with it in different directions. So I just want to get that figured out. And then the laundry room and pets, we had this discussion, I believe at the November workshop, or at the November board meeting, where we talked about who gets to use the laundry room if there's a pet and you have an allergy. We're going to talk about it at the rules meeting. If you have a concern one way or the other, please come to the meeting and let us know, because I really don't want to be having this debate at the next board meeting. I'd rather do it in a rules meeting. So I think that's all the committees that I have that need discussion.
Anyone else?
It's not necessarily a committee, but the workshop that's downstairs here, there's a $10 annual dues for members of the workshop, and they are due as of January 1. So if you have not paid this year, you can see myself or Joe or Steve Smith or Manny Rios or Ed Margione. The waiver that was previously signed is still good, but the $10 fee is now due. So thank you.
You want to get up? We're up.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Dick's got
Okay.
some.
Okay,
You can see it here.
okay.
That's what's on the screen.
Yeah, I'm Dick Germond. I'm the Board of Directors Mixed Golf Committee Liaison. And I've submitted an approval request.
Talk louder. They can't hear you
You
good.
can't hear me? Okay. I've submitted a approval request for a golf swing practice facility here at MICC. This is a golf community, and this is important to a lot of golfers. And I've enclosed a proposed golf swing practice facility PowerPoint that was submitted by Peter Stafford, and he's done an awesome job on it. At the Mixed Golf Committee meeting on the 18 November, the attached proposal was submitted, discussed, and approved, and a pending approval of the Board of Directors. We're going to go through it in just a minute. Mixed Golf would be responsible for purchasing the equipment for the facility noted in the attachment, maintenance of same, and dismantling of the equipment prior to a significant inclement weather event, and setting up the equipment after the event. The Mixed Golf Committee recommends that the Board of Directors review, consider, and approve this request for a golf swing practice facility as described for our for NYCC. I got to catch up. I have to catch up to Kim all the time. The golf swing practice facility is for current golf facilities and options, proposed golf swing practice facility, proposed location, the cost, and other considerations, maintenance and liability. This was also on the website. I don't know how many people have seen it, but it was there. Thanks to Kim. Our current facilities include a 9-hole executive course, par 30, over 3,000 rounds a month during the season, in season. We have a short game practice facility which just includes the putting green and a short chipping allowed toward the putting green. And there's no facilities for practicing pitching or driving. Current options for chipping and driving practice are basically in 3 locations. You have to go to Hammock Creek, it's a 10-minute drive, public driving range, $13 for a large bucket, and if you want to join the PLP program, it's $70 a month for an unlimited range balls. There's also a 24/7 indoor golf facility. It's a 10-minute drive away, $20 an hour with lesson plan starting at $255. And then lastly, the Champions Club, which is a 30-minute drive, and they have a TrackMan booth, and it's $100 plus an hour. So it's pretty damn expensive. The proposed golf swing practice. The proposed golf swing practice facility that being proposed here is a 10 by 10 by 10 cage with polyester netting and a 4 by 5 foot practice mat. The location is behind the golf shack. All golf practice facilities located in the same area, meaning the putting green and where we do the chipping. It preserves the view from the pool and the clubhouse. It's far from all units. It's a level foundation, no change to landscaping, and it's reversible installation. Noise. The ball does not make any noise when it strikes the net. Minimal noise when the ball strikes the foam padding on the frame. The most noise is when the club strikes the ball. This would be the same volume as those hit on any tee box. There would be a higher frequency of hits than a foursome on the tee. Noise could be reduced using foam golf balls. Foam balls are reusable and should last all season. The total delivered cost is $534. $295 for the 10 by 10 by 10 golf driving cage, $140 for the golf practice mat, $14 for a set of golf tees, $50 for foam golf balls, and a $35 sales tax. Maintenance. The cage can be assembled and disassembled without tools. One person could do it in less than an hour. 2 people can do it in less time. All parts can be stored in the golf shack. That's basically during storms. Replacement parts. Replacement nets are available on Amazon for $120. Foam padding on the framework is available from Home Depot for $40. Liability. The practice mat will be placed so that the ball is struck entirely within the cage. This assures that sky balls and shanks. Do we have people that do that? Are contained within the net. The net is designed to stop balls at any speed. Foam padding on the framework minimizes ricochets. In the unlikely event that a ball passes through the net, it would impact the back wall of the golf shack and bounce back into the net. Questions? Anybody have questions? Okay, pretty simple. Overall considerations, all proposed equipment is designed for outdoor use. Nets and mats can be removed during the hurricane season. Framework can be disassembled if needed, and the frame can be anchored to the ground to prevent movement. You can see this is what the golf cage looks like. Shows the price and what have you. And the golf hitting mat, everybody probably knows what they are. It shows the tees, the balls, and the mat, the price.
What's the mat made out of? What's the mat made out of?
It's a,
Artificial turf.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's basically artificial.
And the tee, you can stick, it's
Yeah,
not
these
an
are
electronic tee, or it's
Well,
just
the
a
next one
tee that
shows
goes?
it. These are the rubber golf tees.
Yeah, they're just rubber golf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they just slide into the, there's a little hole in the mat where these slide up into. And then the next shot is the foam golf balls. We would be using, my understanding is that we would only be using foam golf balls. I don't think, is Bill or, is anybody here, Bill?
Nobody's here from behind.
I don't believe we're going to allow hitting real golf balls.
It could be dangerous.
It causes too many problems.
Well, the price breakdown has the foam balls.
Yeah.
Back here.
Yeah, and it also, I've seen, even if you go out to some of the practice venues, the nets have they get destroyed totally with people using real golf balls on them, so, anyway. So, basically, we feel it's a slam dunk for golfers, for the community. There's,
I have a question while she's coming up here. Mixed Golf will be paying for this?
pardon?
Mixed Golf will be paying for this?
Will be what?
Paying.
Who's paying for it?
Paying.
Oh, golf, yeah.
Mixed
Mixed golf is paying for it. That's not gonna cost the community anything.
Just want to make sure.
Robin Parsons, 38J. I live in the building next to the golf shack. I'm curious about the congregation of people and the hours that it's going to be allowed. And if it does turn out to be a noise nuisance, how will it be addressed?
I would say it be used during daylight hours,
Well, I
like
think-
golfing,
I
right?
think we need to go back to mixed golf and see what they're.
Yes,
what
they need to
It's not an answer for
probably
the board.
establish some
Yeah, I can
rules,
ask,
but
Ask those questions to.
they wouldn't be a nighttime
Hey,
thing.
Robin, we'll get back with you. Or we'll get back, we'll put it in the minutes if we get the answer, when we get the answer.
I don't,
I think there should be established timeframes and understanding of the congregation of people who are going to be around that.
Yeah. So Robin's saying that she thinks there should be an established time, because we can't hear you online, that we should have an established time, and I think I'm in agreement with that.
Dick, I was under the impression that this was to be used prior to your tee time, not to be out there practicing.
no, I didn't hear that.
Oh, that's what I heard from one of the
Well,
golfers.
okay,
We need some
that's.
clarification on use.
Yeah, that's something that will go back to mixed golf, and,
right, because if it becomes like an area, like when you go to a golf course and they have a driving range, you usually buy a bucket of balls and then you're out there. Is it something where you're gonna be signing up and hitting your balls, or is it something where you're just practicing, like you're practicing your putting and your pitching, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna practice a couple of
Not to go up
swings?
well, one
How's
thing,
it gonna-
there's
how's it
only
gonna
gonna be
be
one
used?
person at the cage at a time. You can't really, I mean, with these foam balls, you really can't hear that much. I mean, it's,
Still. People online can't hear you.
What are you saying?
Is there signups? Yeah.
And
Come
so
on.
Janice is asking about, timing and
Sign up.
getting a bunch of people out there and I could see where you're gonna get people, somebody's out there hitting and there's a bunch of people around them, or it could be, I'm not saying it's an issue, I'm just saying it's something we should look at.
Yeah, and there are golf courses that have this set up, and, but the purpose is to just warm up prior to your tee time, not to go there and hit 50 balls.
Yeah, so it's not going to be used as a driving range. It's going to be used as a warm-up, just like we use I'm gathering that what we're saying. It's just like the putting green over here. It's like a warm up your shot, your long range, but yeah, we need clarification. Is it going to be used as a driving range, and is it all the different?
Judy Roberts, 17G. Just another question to add to that for mixed golf is, who will be responsible for monitoring? Will it be those of us that are starters to say, okay, move along because Paul's got to do his practicing before he goes next. He's next up on the tee box. So who will have responsibility for monitoring, if that's going to be a part of an additional responsibility for the starters?
Yeah, okay.
And I did ask a golfer that question, and I was told that it's a gentleman's agreement that you would, as part of golf, you have etiquette. And the etiquette would be that you would hit a few balls and then move on. And I said, well, who's in charge of this? And it did say mixed golf, so there would have to be a contact person, especially in the summer, that would be responsible for taking it down or monitoring it, such as Dick or Milt or somebody.
Well, mixed golf has already said that they will be responsible for taking the.
Right,
taking
and
the
we
cage.
need a name.
Well, and we
No, there's not
also,
going to be a name, there'll be a name assigned. I mean,
That's right.
well, we also need, I'm also, it says in our bylaws that anything that is bought by any committee becomes the ownership of the association. So my question is, can we get something written from Mixed Golf that says if the net is ripped, it's not the responsibility of the association. If it gets rusty and everyone starts complaining about it, it's not the responsibility of the association, because I don't want to spend association fees or money on something that,
for repairs.
for repairs.
Okay.
So there would have to be some paperwork put together and signed that says we are not responsible.
Some rules, like maybe if they had a bulletin, not a bulletin board, but some kind of like rules that are posted would be nice.
Yes.
It could
Yeah.
go in the shack.
Yeah, for them, so somebody knows it's not a driving range and they're practicing driving when there's like maybe women's golf going on or men's golf, so people know they can just, I don't know,
Right.
there needs
Just the
more.
intent of what it is for.
Okay.
Include bocce hours. Just in case they're congregating there, there's now bocce in season, I don't know when it's gonna start, but also include the, times when the bocce is there in the mornings.
Yeah, but bocce's,
But this is about the,
Be right
The-
behind the shack.
Location.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna
right
interfere with bocce at all.
yeah, because you're gonna be in your court, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's far enough away that I don't think bocce is, because we play bocce Thursday morning when men's golf's going off, and I don't even notice they're there, so.
There's a mixed golf meeting next Tuesday, and maybe that's a good time for people to attend.
Oh, there you go. Do you know what time that meeting
11
is at?
o'clock.
Okay.
11 o'clock. At 12:30 is the women's shootout that day, so
So it's 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock,
So that would be the 19th, right?
20th.
20th. Thank you, today's the 13th.
Any more, are we done with this topic?
I'm done.
Okay. Any more committee updates? Anyone else with a committee update? Okay, so let's move on to discussion of the different topics. So, concrete restoration for 2026. We have just now gotten and haven't had a chance to analyze, we've gotten a couple of more bids, so we gotta go through those. And then, we'll have to figure out what exactly we're gonna do. Well, first of all, I was thinking about doing it, we were thinking about different ways to do it, like, should we do 10 buildings a year? Should we do, what is the most cost-effective way to do this? 10 buildings a year would have made this project astronomically, I think, more expensive. There's all these additional fees that they throw in every time they have to come here and mobilize and then demobilize. So it would have been crazy. And plus, every time you call them in for a new project, the prices escalate dramatically. The other way to do it, in order to not have to deal with mobilization fees, the best way to do it was to do the project so that it's ongoing for a whole year, which was going to be doing about 20 buildings. So the new thought was to do 20 buildings this coming year, get something in place pretty soon, and have them, because they haven't demobilized, so get something going. And so far, from a quick overview, AAA is still way cheaper than anybody else. So continue on with them, and then have another project start up the next year for the final 21 buildings. And then we got to figure out, we're trying to figure out the most cost-effective way to do special assessments or whatever. We're still doing a little research on that to try to figure out and make this the least painful process possible. So, I mean, that's where we stand on that one. Any comments, questions? Holly, anything you want to add to? Okay.
Judy Roberts, 17G still. For the buildings that were completed in 2025, one of the process questions that I have is, who does the final inspections on the buildings once the restoration is complete and then once the painting is complete? Because, as you probably know, I'm not pleased with how our catwalk is looking, and
But they
I
said they were
wondered-
going to fix it.
Oh, I know they said they're going to fix it, but if I had not brought it to the attention, I want to understand what the process is for when our building was completed. Did someone from the board, did Holly, as a representative of us, do the final inspection after that? Because my understanding is nobody said anything about it until I brought it up. And yes, they're going to come back and fix it, but it's, you know, a process, and we have to go back and have them do it, and people be put out again. So what is the process for doing final inspections and like sign-offs, basically, before we pay them for doing work that they've done that maybe not be to our satisfaction?
So CMS has done the inspections, and is it the county? County does inspections. As far as the issues that you're talking about are like beautification, not beautification, but they're like the finished product. You're not liking the finish, and you saw footprints and stuff like that. I think, and sometimes there was one painting across that I didn't like some of the painting on it. So people need to, you notice something that wasn't right. If you don't bring it to my attention, I might go and look at it, and I'm looking at it quickly. I'm not maybe going to grasp something, but if residents, you're looking at your building and you see something, a flaw, something that's not right, if you bring it to our attention right away, it can be handled. We'll handle it. Like there was the building across the street from me, there were some holes that weren't with the painting job, weren't puttied over or filled, and a couple of issues that was brought to my attention. Then we went and looked really well, and I brought it to Holly's attention, and then we didn't pay the painters. They came back and finished the job the way we liked it. So
CSM, the answer then is CSM's doing the final inspections. So they inspected our catwalk and they were okay with it.
yeah,
is
in fact,
basically
as
what you're
he was
saying.
walking up, and I was walking with him, he was telling me how great he thought the job looked. Okay, so when you're an owner, you're looking at it with a different eye. You're seeing things, like they're looking at the whole picture. They're looking at it, okay, this came out really good. You're looking at it, I see a footprint over here, I see a ding over there. If you don't bring that, and I might look at it and not see the ding, where if I'm looking at, I'm not being selfish, but usually when you're looking at stuff that's yours, you're noticing things like, I don't like that little scratch there. If you don't,
I wasn't even addressing the footprints. That part wasn't even an issue
well,
for
because
me.
you mentioned it that day.
Yes, but the actual painting and applying of the ceiling or the paint or whatever it is called, any unprofessional painter can look at it and say, okay, it looks like they rolled over here maybe 3 times, and over here looks like maybe they went quickly 1 time. You could see where every roll was made on that catwalk as compared to other buildings that I've looked at, and I've done comparisons. They're like night and day. If you look at building 1 and you look at building 17, they don't look like they were done by the same people.
Okay.
Because it was just, in my
Okay.
opinion, a poor job.
They're doing another coat.
I know they are, but I'm just saying, who did the final inspection to say that that
The
looked okay?
homeowner has to help us, okay?
Yeah,
Just like you
I
did.
wasn't here,
Just
so
like
I
you
didn't
did.
do any inspections.
I was
And
there with Manuel from AAA, we looked at it, and you can see there's like a couple little shiny spots, which made it look a little bit different. He explained over time that would fade, but he said, you know what, we get this contract, I would be more than happy to come back out here and put another coat just to make it look all the same. But he said, he explained to me that's normal because of what was down there before, and it's just shinier in some spots, and
Well, we should be learning from the first 10 buildings, and if this was an issue, I'm hoping that it's going to be
All right.
something
This is a
that's
learning
addressed
curve.
for the
Is this
next.
all-
yes, okay, but here's the thing too, Judy, even if I went out, let's say I go out from now on at every building, I'm not gonna say I may still miss things that you think or somebody else thinks should have been done that aren't right. And I'm like, this is not my expertise, but I do have an eye for if something doesn't look right. So I notice things that I wished like were done a little differently. Like when they put this, they put that grayish stucco. I like 2 coats of paint over that where I noticed the painters were doing one where I said something to Holly. From now on, can you make sure they do 2 coats? Because I still see it through there and I don't like it. So there's things I noticed, but we still need the owner's help because they may still miss things. So it would be nice if you guys see something that's not right, that you don't like, that even if we inspect it and Holly inspects it, that you also bring it to our attention.
Obviously.
Is
yeah,
that
We're
good?
all in this together. We all
Yeah.
live here, but I just
Okay.
wanted to understand the process.
Yeah.
What if they assigned, one person from every building to go around during the inspection with the inspector? And they can bring up things that they're concerned about.
Great idea. Great idea.
I mean.
I mean,
Of course,
which
they may not have
inspector,
the-
though?
And they may not have
I
the
don't want them to
expertise.
go up with the, like, Monterey County inspector and,
No, CSM, she's saying, is
Okay.
doing the final inspection, so that's a good idea, Dick. I like that idea. Just learn from this and apply maybe some
because
different
we have
things for the
warranty
future
from
ones being
them.
done.
That's why we
Okay.
have them oversee the project, so they are, like, going through every step.
Okay.
And,
This,
Contractors have been very good about if there's an issue,
yeah,
addressing it. There's been no issue with that so far.
well,
Thank you.
this is the learning curve. That's a very good point.
yes.
I think what we need to establish is some sort of a sign-off. And that would really need to have a representative from Seal Tech, a representative from AAA, a representative from us. And we sign off on the building that it's complete.
Yeah, it's a
I would
good,
love
We don't
to see
have
that.
that right now. We're relying on CSM, and we need to improve that.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's all I'm looking for is,
yeah,
let's
no,
learn from
we-
these first
I agree
ones,
with it.
You know,
apply
this
some,
is
maybe
the
changes.
first 10, so this is like, we're all
Exactly.
learning here. We need to do that. We have 41 more to go.
Yep.
So,
That's what I'm looking for, just process improvement if we think it's necessary, so, thank you.
while we're on that subject, I just have a thought. Would it be unrealistic to establish one more contract for all 41 buildings? One more contract, so we're not
I
going
have
through this again.
I have asked him a couple of times. I asked him again when I went over to her condo. So I've asked him for the 41 buildings.
And, you know, then establish a finance plan, or get financed,
We're
or,
working,
you know.
I'm looking into that, and a thing got brought up to me, or Keith reminded me yesterday that it may be an issue because we have a land lease,
I
even
know.
for us.
I-
So we're looking into it. I had her calling a guy who does financing, because I'd like to, still researching ways to make this the most painless,
You know, 'cause- yeah.
the most
You know,
painless.
I was just thinking, we're one condo here, you know, we're one
Right.
complex, instead of, you know, dividing it up in
Yes,
little pieces.
but that's the
smaller
cheapest
pieces.
way. The more you divide things
Yeah.
up, the prices, I would escalate
Exactly.
pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
it's very substantial.
and not only that, they establish a contingency for every one of these contracts, and they use it.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
I mean, it's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's,
It all seems to evaporate.
They think it's already theirs, is
Right.
how they're looking at it.
and they build what they're doing to make sure that they get that contingency. I mean, it's,
So the quicker we can get it, and the more we get all in one packet, the better, I think. And not I think, I kind of,
I think that's most
No.
efficient if we can
Yes.
get the backing and all, sure.
Right.
And then come up with a plan to pay for it.
right. We're still, that's why I'm not really getting too deep into this, because there's still a couple of things I'm trying to look into. And until I know for sure everything, I don't want to, like, bring it out. You're
Deborah
up.
South, Building 1I. Just a question, I'm really pleased with the way our catwalk turned out. The only issue I have with it is the sealant that's on top. It's really hard to clean. We don't know how we're gonna clean it, the dryer vents, all the stuff is going down and sticking on it.
It does catch dirt,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you see everything, like you can put water on it, nothing happens. The black stays black. But
It's,
I just wanna bring that up,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
there's something they
But
can do for
but that's
the
because
next 10.
we had to put, you know, we had to put no slip in it.
right.
So when you put no
Yeah.
slip in it,
Right.
it catches all the dirt.
Nothing
So
slips,
I
yeah.
don't know what the catch is.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just bringing
We
that
gotta
up,
clean
maybe
it.
there's something you guys can do, I don't know.
We are thinking about part of, we're thinking about getting a list together of different duties for, not duties, different maintenance things that need to be taken care of and on a schedule. And I'm thinking like lightly spray, power spraying the catwalks that have been done new is one of the things.
It's just something for down the road. 'cause it's
Yeah.
gonna be-
Well, Charles.
Yeah, like a quarterly or something, having those sprayed.
When we met with CSM, Charles, the man that owns the company, he assured us that power washing will not affect that surface. He said it's guaranteed for how many years, Holly? 20 years or something? So,
He told me it has to be light.
but it would be, we need to get that on maintenance
Yeah.
to do the power washing every couple months or something.
Yeah.
Not that it's gonna, take everything off, but.
Okay, shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay, so, under the stair planners, so, one of the things that, was presented to us by CSM and AAA is that having irrigation underneath the buildings, if something happens to the, irrigation, if it pops a leak and the water keeps running, you are, jeopardizing the footing and, compromising the footings on the building, and you could end up having to, shore up the building. So they want, we're not going to be putting more irrigation in there. Nobody can put in their own little foam irrigation things that are on timers. All that stuff needs to come out. You are still able to water. You can water with the hose, but nothing that's on a timer. And as we do buildings, we are going to be taking all the irrigation out from underneath those planters.
My building was done, and I like plants, so I put plants under there, and the total cost was probably $20. Now, granted, they're not going to last all year, but it's not expensive to plant and to have mulch put down. And I'm willing to help anyone if they need help.
Or you
It's not
can have your
hard.
plants in a pot, you can put them,
Yeah.
you can plant them there, but you're going to have to water them by hand with a hose.
But it's-
Or with a bucket.
But it's not an area where you store stuff. It's not,
Oh, right.
It should be a flat area. It shouldn't have like just garbage or tiles or things you're trying to get rid of there. It should look nice for the building, especially after your building's just, had all this work done to it. You don't want it to look.
No vines all over,
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
Maria Colnago, 1A. I just want to know if there is a rule of a regulation, what kind of plants you can or cannot put in, if if it has to be approved by the whole building, all 10 people. I'm right there, right next to it. I like to see it look nice.
I agree. I don't think you have to approve it by the whole building. I don't know. We kind of do. We're next door to one of those, and we kind of, and maybe we ask some of the people that are interested, that we know, care about that walk up that side. Do you mind if I put this? Do you mind if I, plant that? So I'll plant some nice, I think ours looks good.
It
Plant some-
actually states, and I can't remember where I read it, but it states that 1A and 1F are responsible for those and planters.
So you're in one of those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Just not any plants that are going to grow vines or,
Right.
you know, are
Yeah,
going to
no,
grow.
We need to
like
be,
wildness
we need to
and-
be very careful about vines crawling up the side of the building because they will take the stucco off.
Yes.
So-
Can I put pots with?
Yes, yes, that's what we have.
Nothing into the wall, like
No.
signs or anything.
No.
Yeah, that's coming down. People that have plaques on the wall or little, like, we have one of those, they don't want those anymore. And I have a question about that. What about if it's like, you know, those 3M, those sticky ones?
As long
Can we
as you
have
don't
those?
drill into the side of the building, we're
Okay.
good.
All right, so you can have like the 3M.
No plant hooks under
Yeah.
the, all of those, anything where you drill, and even that stucco that looks like brick, that really isn't brick, don't drill into that.
Called Florida brick.
Oh, is that what that's called? We don't have that in Michigan.
We don't brick.
Thank you.
So if you want to do those 3M sticky things that you can hang stuff on, I guess you could hang up
Try it.
whatever you
They'll
want
never-
with that.
They'll never stick.
They probably won't work, but that'll be, you can give that a shot. Any other questions on this? All right. Door stops and door mats. So now that we got this new finish, especially the new buildings, we don't want, it could be easy to scrape off that finish. We do not want that scraped. There are door stoppers that can be gotten that are, you put them on your door. Yeah, you can't see them, but if you're interested in getting one of those, you put them on the inside of the door and they come down and it's a rubber foot.
Yeah, they have a big rubber foot.
They have a big rubber foot.
Not a little bitty tiny one, they
Yeah.
have bigger ones.
Okay, they have,
These sheets, there's sheets
No,
over
but
there.
a really good idea. I'll get that put on the website.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. There are some of these sheets over there where the computer is. Okay.
I'll put it as a news story so it'll jump out at
Oh,
you.
that'll be fun.
Lori, if I don't do
is
it,
she
remind
coming?
me.
Okay.
And then the doormats.
Oh, doormats have to be the ones that have the holes in them, no longer the solid ones, because they drain and then you're, not the cocoa mats. So, because there's better water drainage with them than the other ones. The other ones hold water and they're just sitting there on the concrete, so.
Do you have pictures of those also?
There's,
These are just suggestions. You can find
There's
a
all
lot of
different
different
kinds
ones.
with, they just have to have the holes in them.
Put them on the website.
Yeah.
It's on the same
We'll
paper.
put them on the website too.
wait, Eileen, that paper is also back there, right?
Right, this paper's back there.
Those, Lorraine, that paper is around the corner where the copier is. You're welcome.
Those are front of somebody.
Paula DeBella, 25G. I currently have the old doorstop, and I also have about 25 different holes in my door. So I guess what you're saying is I need to get a different doorstop and put more holes in my door, and my door doesn't close very good to begin with.
Is it the do you have the rubber, you know how some people still have that big rubber foot ones that you attach to your doorknob? Do you have one of those door stops or something that doesn't have,
No, I have the old metal one.
yeah, you can't
Down
put
row.
that.
The building hasn't
Yeah.
been done yet.
Okay.
Right.
Your building.
Okay,
Once your building's done, that's when we're like really.
I'm just saying I already have a lot of holes in my door. And I've had termites in my door before.
Oh, boy, you need a new door. You need a new door.
I've called because it didn't, one time, when it gets cold, my door won't open, so I can't get out. But they've come and they've fixed it a couple times, and nobody said I needed a new door. I'm just telling you how it is. Okay. That's the first question.
Okay.
Now, you're not going to like this question, but you say that you can't put a planter hook underneath the overhang, underneath the catwalks or whatever. I really don't understand, because you currently have lights at every window. People have hurricane shutters screwed in. People have the numbers for the laundry room screwed in. And if somebody has a pretty planter, not that I live there, it doesn't affect me, but they look pretty hanging. And I don't know how something hanging underneath a hook is going to hurt if somebody wants a hanging planter. But more importantly, it's for down the road if somebody wanted something screwed into the outside by their door, like a doorbell, and that would be a hole. And yes, I walked by hurricane windows that are screwed in. I looked at all the lights that are screwed in, all the numbers that are screwed in, and all of a sudden this one screw that I happen to want, I think one more screw isn't gonna hurt.
So Paula, it's the catwalks, right? It has to do with the catwalks, okay?
Well, I'm talking about my doorbell. That's my.
Oh, the doorbells were,
If it's in the wooden door frame, you're fine.
yeah.
Well, if it's on my door, it won't do me any good because I can't see when
Right,
people are
right,
walking
right.
up. So that's no good to me.
So the problem with these ones that are underneath the catwalks
Yes?
is we get moisture in there. Now, if you looked at the engineering reports that we have, they're, again, on the website, if you look at those and you see the amount of damage we had in our catwalks where they had to replace rebar and they had to take large sections out and re-cement them, and you will notice that the salt air gets in there and it rusts all these out.
So, like the hurricane shutters, the numbers, the lights, none
But
of
we're
those
not,
things?
we're not as concerned with a wall falling off, because that's not gonna
Under the
happen.
catwalk,
We're
under the
talking under the
stairs.
catwalks, under the stairs,
I saw
is where
one
we're really
hole-
concerned.
I saw a hook underneath, like it's under, in that section where people put planters and stuff. There's a hook going in where the stairs would be.
Okay.
And it doesn't,
It
like,
really doesn't affect me because I don't live there. I don't have the end unit. I just wondered. But the Ring doorbell drilled in does affect me, and I heard that.
And we haven't talked about the Ring doorbells yet, because there's other issues with the Ring doorbells.
I know the
Florida
other
issues,
I
Florida.
looked up those Florida issues, and nobody has a private area you're
Okay.
looking at. So
And I don't know all the specifics, but that's probably a thing we should discuss at our rules meeting.
okay, I'll be ready.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Which Paula is a part of, by the way.
You can
Also-
buy those bishop hooks, they're called.
Shepherd's
hooks, thank
hooks,
you.
those are good.
Some,
Yeah.
religious person. That you can hang pots from.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Manny Rios, 9F. Due to the mats that you were showing with the holes, that's not gonna work neither because you put that down with the rain and the
Yeah.
moisture on that, it's gonna make holes in that. So those mats are no good.
you're constantly having to move,
You do have
you
to.
constantly have to pick them up and
Shake
get rid of the water. They still hold water, I think, but
Other thing that you
that's
put-
what the engineer said we should do, so that's why I'm
The other thing
suggesting.
that you're recommending to get to the stoppers,
Yeah.
that's not gonna work neither, because if you get a heavy rain, it's gonna scrape it off anyway. I suggest you getting hooks on your door like they had before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way.
That's the
On top,
best thing
yeah.
Yeah.
you can do,
Yeah.
On the top of the
Yeah.
door?
on the top of
From
the
the,
If
from
you
the,
can reach it.
from the door buck
So
out
we
to the
need
door.
something we could put on the website regarding that.
But
maybe.
when you're short, you can't reach it.
Yeah,
Well, they have those little clamps that you can clamp up and pull
Yeah,
down
take
on
your
the
cane and use it.
Door
yeah,
buck
that's funny.
out to the door. Yeah, that's what I have also.
I'll have to find it on Amazon.
And I had stepped out when I think Judy Roberts was up here, and I hope I'm not taking this back to about,
Get closer to the mic.
I hope I'm not taking this back off the chart, what you guys are going through in line. But somebody's asked if they had an engineer to come out here to inspect. Well, I found out that we had an engineer, we went to the county to find out about the engineer, and the contractor that has this job said that Martin County's engineer was signed off. They said they don't want him to come in. they would inspect the buildings. So, I did a little homework myself. We don't have an engineer. So why don't we have?
Engineer.
Is it the engineer
CSM
from?
is our engineer, and they come and they inspect at every level. Sometimes when you see that there's nothing happening because they have to wait for the engineer to come and sign off. So we do have an engineer.
Yeah.
We pay the engineer. Part of the contract that we have, there's, what is it, 10%? 11%?
That's CSM,
Is
right?
CSM costs. So.
He was on my building, I talked to him.
Oh, yeah, he's,
Well, the only building that I found out that it was an engineer was on 29, because that's where they had to do the more of the rebar.
Yeah, we had the rail,
job.
and we had the railing.
And going back to the painting, I've been a painter for over 20-some years. And if you go to Building 2, is the worst job of all the paint jobs that have been done as of this 10 buildings that have been done. Because you can see underneath the catwalk 5 different spots. They didn't put a primer on that. What they did is they just sprayed and walked away from it. You got 5 different spots. So if this board would like to walk over to Building 2.
See, that's why I'd like people, if you see something that's not right, you should have said something to us, because then, like, and I know when I was in here in October, we stopped a couple of things and had the painters come back in, but I don't always catch everything.
They're still out here, so we can still talk to them. And
Okay, that's all I have to say. All right. But on the mats and those hooks, I would suggest don't buy those rubber mats with the holes, because then you're going to have trouble. You're going to scrape that paint away from your door. And those hooks that you go down, that's also good. When you get a heavy wind, it's going to scrape that paint off
Yeah, they won't
also.
hold the wind.
No. So
Well, the option is to keep the door closed. Nobody wants that.
the hooks on the
rods.
top are a lot
Yeah,
cheaper.
the rod's on top.
The rods on the
Yeah.
top are a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but they're not convenient. Yeah?
Is it tabled for now?
Is it tabled for now until you decide whether to have the truck or what?
What do we do?
The best solution is the rods that go from the buck out to the door. That's the best.
That's the
I understand
best.
a lot of people are short. Now,
That's not
the
convenient.
downside is the rod hangs down, sometime it'll interfere with the door. I have one, that's what I did on mine. I'm on the second floor.
How's it do in the
And
wind?
And it holds the wind. The wind doesn't bother it. And I feel that that's the best for me. I have nothing on the bottom, nothing. No down rod, no thing with the foot, nothing. So,
Are they hard to install?
they're not hard to install at all, no. No, I believe Lowe's has them, I'm not sure though. I bought mine quite a while ago in Home Depot, but,
Can we come over and look?
you can. There's lots of people that have them, I mean, it's not a secret,
The whole
yeah.
point of the door stoppers is, we do not. Yes, ma'am. So, the whole point of the door stopper conversation is, the bottom line is, do not put any holes into
Yeah.
that catwalk. Do not take it upon yourself to go, oh, I want to use my old door stopper. Let me get out there and put a hole in the catwalk so I can use it again. That's what we cannot have
Right.
happen.
You will get charged if you cause damage
To
to
that
the,
waterproofing.
anything, any of the work that has been done, you will be charged if we have to come back out and fix it.
Yeah.
Intentional damage.
You okay, Lorraine?
Here comes Lorraine.
These are still better than the cocoa ones.
Those hold a lot of water.
Lorraine Danielle, 44F. We have a hook on our laundry room door, and when it's windy and all, it does not move. And I think the board should make a decision on one type of hook or mat so that everybody and all these buildings, we're spending a fortune getting all these buildings done. Let's have one that the board approves to be done. Personally, I like the idea of the hook because it doesn't interfere with the bottom. You get a mat, if it's wet, I hope people, if it rains, I hope people are conscious enough, this is our home, that if they're conscious enough to lift it up and let the water drain.
You always
Particularly
have
after
to do
get the
that.
work done. So that's my opinion. I think the way to go is have one consistent form for keeping the door open. Thank you.
So, Sabrina, do you want to
We could table it and discuss it
table it,
some
and
more.
we'll discuss it?
Yeah.
And maybe we'll
I
have,
do like the hook idea.
maybe
up
we'll
on
have
the-
a recommendation by the
Yeah.
board meeting in 2 weeks. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Lorraine?
we got to think it through some more.
And I just have one more thing.
I'll try to
add.
find where we can purchase them, so that, yeah, the hook. I'll try to find out who has them now.
If you
Okay.
can also, at 9F, add that when the people leave in season, to bring those mats in. Because if there's no one in the building, some of these buildings have a lot of full-timers, some of them might have one person. They're not gonna go around and picking up 9 mats if that's
Right.
how many, so to make sure you put that in there.
And the wind blows them off, too.
We'll make sure that gets
Okay.
added to the rules.
LLB has a water bottle mat that's made with recycled bottles and.
Come on, Heidi.
Yeah.
I was trying to be mouthy enough.
Yeah, you don't get to do that here.
We want you on camera, too.
Oh, great.
That's why we do this.
This is Heidi from 27J. LL Beam has a wonderful mat. It's solid rubber on the bottom. It's made of recycled plastic bottles. There's no moisture that goes underneath. It all absorbs on the top, and then after the rainstorm, it's gone within 5 minutes.
Really?
They're expensive, but
What's expensive?
It all depends what size you got, but once you buy that mat, you're not gonna have to buy another one. And
It
all you
actually
do-
does, because usually, I know, no matter
it's-
what,
it's
you always
made-
have to pick it up.
It's got a heavy-duty rubber bottom. It's made to collect so much water on the top.
And it dries on its
And
own?
it dries completely because it's made of recycled plastic, and when you need to wash it, you just bring it and wash it with a hose, and it dries within minutes.
Wow.
And it's heavy-duty enough, the wind is not gonna take it.
Oh, yeah, because that's a big
And
problem
we have
here.
one in front of our door if anybody would like to look at it. But
Al-
they are pricey, and they come from LL Bean, but
Okay.
Will
you're
you
not
bring
gonna
it to
buy
the,
a mat every year.
bring it to the next meeting, will you think?
Drag your mat over.
I believe so, and they're the best things I ever had. I had a ton of them at home.
LL Bean.
Yep.
Water
They
hog.
are pricey.
The water hog, okay. Well, if you don't have to, it's nice, in my opinion, for me, because now I'm shopping for me, I would like a mat that I don't have to keep picking up and then taking a broom. You still have to maintain, so even if you had the ones with the holes, you still got to make sure the water goes, or it will sit there forever, but the water hog,
Goes through because that's how it's made.
that's pretty cool.
When you're in your house,
Yeah,
when you have all the snow that comes in, it won't go under your floor.
that's pretty
We
cool.
don't worry about that here, Holly. Heidi,
Yeah, yeah,
that's Chattigay.
the water hog,
I think that's what it's,
okay.
it's LL Bean.
LL Bean.
I wrote it down.
$115 LLB.
That is pricey.
But then if it lasts, or if they put them on sale and it lasts, and you don't have to keep buying a new one all the time, then, okay.
Depending on the size of it.
That's for a large size. How much, Judy? 115.
Okay, keep going, Sabrina.
All right. I'm going to move on. Okay, so now delinquent owners and further actions. So Florida statutes basically state that, well, I'm going to say that part later. If you're a delinquent owner for over 90 days and over $1,000, you are probably not, well, you are not going to be allowed to vote in the election. You're going to get sent a letter per Florida statutes. And in addition, and I think this is things, we have to vote on this too, right? Yeah, that would be something we vote on at the meeting, but that's something to think about if you're at that point and you like to vote, you're not paying your dues, and you're way behind and you owe a lot of money, you're not gonna have the right to vote. And in addition, we're also gonna consider, because this is part of the bylaws, I believe that a lot of your amenities can be taken away, so you wouldn't be able to use the clubhouse, you won't be able to use the golf, you won't be able to use the pool, you're not paying like everybody else, so you don't get to use the facilities. You just kind of hang out in your condo. And there are times, I think you can even take away cable and other things. You can lose it all. You could just sit in there like a prison cell. So basically, I would suggest, if you wanna be part of the community in all aspects, if you are behind, or if you know of people that are behind, you might wanna let them know. So that's what I have to say about that. Anybody else have something to add about this? All right, next thing is the plumbing issues, and I'm gonna give that over to Joe.
All right. The first thing I want to talk about is our service valves. These are the little valves underneath everyone's sinks and toilets and all. A lot of these valves are original, probably don't work anymore. Everyone can do a simple test by simply going down, turn clockwise all the way off, open your faucet up or flush your toilet. If you still get a flow of water, that valve no longer is any good. It doesn't hold anymore. It needs to be replaced. We've had a case, probably more than one, where the unit had a leak. They went to turn the water off, simple line going up to the faucet. Valve doesn't hold. We have to shut the whole building off and get a plumber in to change the valves. So everyone should just do that simple test, and then that'll tell you the valves need to be changed or not. So, anybody have any questions on that?
Yeah, Frank.
Frank Kosterski, 48B. I used to watch a lot of buildings when people went home. And the one thing I did mostly is the toilets. I took the cover off. Because when I go check, if I see water in there, the valve is leaking. So that tells you there's a problem right there.
Sure.
So that's something to think about. Whoever goes home, you have that cover up. When you come back and you see water in it, it's telling you that valve. Because I had one lady, I don't know, most of you may know, some of you may, Joe Romano, used to take care of one woman's apartment downstairs, and I walk by, I see water coming out the door. My neighbor upstairs, the toilet had a leak, fresh water down and out the door. So this way, when you come back and you see water inside that tank, then you know that valve is leaking. That's the only way you can tell on that one. The sinks, well, that's...
Yeah, you open the faucet up, and if you have a flow,
Yeah.
you know it's no good. If the valves are off, right?
Right. I mean, I changed mine 20 years ago, the twist ones.
Yeah.
And it's still working fine today. So as long as you maintain, you're good. Thank you.
Okay, Frank, thanks.
I've had two people in my building come to me in the last couple of weeks regarding water pressure out of the showers. And I had the same problem a few months ago, and they suggested that I needed new shower heads. And to take the, when you open it up, there's a ring to take that out. Did no good. I still have very, not very much pressure of water. And one of the gals that just came to me this last week, she said she just has a little tiny stream coming out of her shower. So,
Well, shower heads they build up with minerals.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and the fix on that is that you have to take the head off and soak it in vinegar. It'll dissolve the minerals. So, you know, that's
I mean, this is mine's brand new, and
well, they still build up, yeah. Yep. And we have, you know, everything's 55 years old or so, and there's mineral builds up in the system also. Sometimes little pieces of that break off and become lodged in your shower head. So, you know, a simple fix is to take it off and clean it or soak it, or if you go that far, replace it, you know? So, anyway.
I mean, I just jump around a little bit.
Yeah, you can You can do that, you can scoot all around in there. All right,
Oh, funny.
all right, so, next item for building is, I want to replace the fence out here at our pool. I want to make this building ADA compliant. Right now, someone that's handicapped has no way of getting past that gate over here without the aid of a second person just to get into this building. Our handicap door over here is on the other side of that gate. So what I'm proposing to do is move the gate to inside here, from the corner of this building to the corner of the restrooms. Change the locks on the restrooms so that they'll be our common key. And that way, it'll free, a handicapped person will have free access to our handicap door. No obstacles. So, you know, it makes us compliant, number one. It just makes sense. I mean, honestly, any of us could be handicapped, you know? So, I got a price on having a piece fabricated up that'll achieve that. It's about $1,800. And we'll have to install it with our maintenance people, and that's fine, we can handle that. So, does anyone have any questions on that, or agree or disagree, or?
Hey, Joe,
Go ahead.
I have a question too. I know we said, you know, they push a button and they'll be able to get in and out.
Well, that's our
in and out.
handicap door.
Okay, in here. Okay. Well, what about the handicap people? Will press a button to
Yeah,
get
that's
in?
to get into this room.
Okay.
The
But
existing
do-
door.
All right, never mind, because I'm
there'll be
confused.
no-
I'm just thinking about security, like after hours.
This
like,
door gets
with the
locked every
key.
night.
So that's still gonna be, okay. I'm
the
totally, you'll have to
same
show me
protocol-
alone because my brain's not
No,
totally
the
like
same protocol we have right now,
wrapping around it.
the same protocol we have right now for securing this building every
It's the
night will
same.
continue.
Okay.
That will not change.
All right,
What will change is someone handicapped will be able to drive right up to the door and open the door
okay,
with no restrictions,
okay.
no
Because
obstacles.
they won't have to go through the first gate.
The first gate
to
will not
get
be there.
Into the door, got it.
Right, but I'm trying to figure out how secure is the security gonna be the same? Because now everybody just can't walk in.
Nope, everything gets locked up like the same.
The same, okay.
The security will be, it will not affect the
Okay.
security of the building.
All right,
Yep.
okay.
Tom Andrews, 25E. This has been a thorn in my side ever since they moved the gate. It used to be where Joe is talking about.
Okay.
And they moved it back 4, 5, 6 years ago. And there was some problem with Martin County saying that the gate that was up front wasn't good for the pool use, so they moved the gate all the way back. This, I think, was the worst thing we ever did here. I watch people from the pool every day trying to get into that gate. I saw people fall down trying to get into the gate. People get hit in the back if they have a walker or a cane or something like
Exactly.
that. That gate absolutely has to be moved where it used to be. Like Joe was saying, we aren't compliant with the handicap rule the way we are now, because people cannot get into the clubhouse
Correct.
without going through that gate. So I think this is a no-brainer. It should happen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Anyone else? Okay. The next thing I have is our irrigation system for the golf course. We have to replace our well. We have to upgrade the electric. And we have to add a new VFD, which is a computerized control system for the pump. System we have right now is on the verge of failing. It already has a few times. Last one this summer cost us 15 grand to fix hole one. So system has to go. We have looked into two different options, and one of them, just this morning, I just totally discounted, and that was not replacing the well and putting the pump out in the pond. And I had an issue brought up to me about the quality of the water that's in the pond and how it would have to be relatively clean. It would have to be tested. And anyone that's looked in Pond 3 or Basin 3, I don't know how anyone feels that's here, but if I were out playing golf and the sprinklers came on and you shot that water all over me, I don't think so. So the route we're going to take is for you, Chris, too, because you don't know this. The route we're going to take is we have to most likely drill a new well. The well we have out there is failing. Do a new well, new VFD, new electrical service. I'll get into that later with you, Chris, also, not now. I have paperwork for you and all, too. That's going to go for somewhere close to $100,000 by the time we're done. But if we lose the system, we lose our golf course. So I don't see that it's much of an option. I've done as much research as I could. I've probably spent 100 hours myself on it, and that's what I've come back with. So, any questions?
Yes. Can I just make one comment on this?
Sure.
And I'm not going to go back against anything you just said. Chris Davis, 48E. Presently, we are using a jockey pump, and it sources its water from the pond.
Right.
So are we going to then need to do something about that? Because we're already doing it. The quality of water is apparently good enough for a 10-horse. We're hoping it might be good enough for a 20-horse, but we are already doing it, so. But yeah, if we had to redo the well, then we got a lot of questions that get answered. Where, how close, all that kind of stuff.
And I don't have those details because I haven't got, this is the preliminary right now. The next move, if we all agree to do this, is we got to get contractors in here and answer those questions, right? And so I'm as far as I can get with the preliminary details right now, which number one is the money, and number two is the need, and of course a solution. Go ahead, Frank.
I'm just curious, because if I remember approximately maybe within the last 8 years or so, we went through this problem. We all had an assessment for money to run new wiring. The problem we found out was FPL won't run wire over. We have to go underground. The price is astronomical.
No, yeah, that's not true.
Well, I'm saying
it's not true now.
They're putting a
at that
pole.
time, no, I'm just saying because that's why we never got that wiring done. But I understand we did put a new well in there at one time.
We put a new pump in, not a new well.
Because they had a problem with the wire when they went down with that,
Yeah,
down to the wire there, whatever.
When I say the well is failing, we're getting sand in the well. And from what I've been told, and we haven't had it tested, we really don't, I don't think it's worth spending the money to have the old well tested.
No.
But we know we're getting sand in it. We've already probably destroyed the pump that's only 5 years old, that should last 20.
Yeah, with the
We've
sand.
already destroyed it by letting it suck sand.
Yeah.
All right, now, the pump people tell me that the sand comes from one of two places, from down on the bottom of the well, or the well is physically corroded, and the barrel of the well is a casing, it's a big pipe
Right.
that goes down in the ground 120 feet. The barrel of that pipe is compromised, and the sand is coming now in through the sides of the well, which makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how, because the pump is 100 feet down, the well is 120 feet down. So it makes sense that we're sucking sand in from the sides, and we may have already destroyed the pump, and I'm assuming that we did, and I have that in that $100,000. I have a new pump in there.
Well, I'm glad at least FPL got things changed with that, because that was another big project.
No, FPL is going to install a pole for us on our property. It's going to be behind pond number 2,
Right.
between pond number 2 and the wall. They're gonna put a pole in there. And then we have to run from that pole with our electricians to the pump shack.
Pump shack.
All right?
Yeah, I just
So-
remember, because that, I remember all that we had last time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just curious, we won't go through the same thing again, you know?
No, we have all that in the works already.
All right, I'm glad, at least we get that
Yeah.
finally done. Thank you.
Okay, Frank.
Manny Rios, 9F. We were assessed for this about 7 years ago. Is that money still on hold?
In,
We did half of it.
in the reserves too, we still have money in the infrastructure. There's around $30,000 of money set aside for this, this project.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Lorraine, next time sit right here, okay, honey?
Yeah, just stay there.
We'll get you a seat up here.
Lorraine Danielle, 44F. This is a golfing community. A lot of us have moved here because we want to play golf, and we enjoy everything here. I think this has been discussed long enough. I think we need to get it done. We've been postponing everything for years and years. I've been here 22 years, and all the big projects have been put on hold or tabled. Well, now it's hitting us all right now. But we have 30,000, as she said. Sabrina, I forgot her name. So I think we really, the board has, and all of us, should be in favor of getting this well done. This is our enjoyment. I mean, you see the golfers out there every day. We all enjoy it. If we went to a golf course, guess how much it would cost you if you played 3 times a week? Just figure that out. I think we need just to add it to the assessment and get the job done.
So here's the thing too. Here's the thing too. If we wait till it's going, you know, it's been on its way out for a while, but if we wait until it's totally gone, then this cost would be astronomically more.
Right.
Because now you destroyed your golf course, you're gonna have to fix the well, fix the golf course. It would be like way more.
And this
So that's something we gotta think about too.
This was identified originally in 2020. This is not a new project. You know, we have to bring it, you know, to an end now. You know, someone asked me a question, is can we wait 4 or 5 years? Well, it was identified in 2020. We already have waited 5 years. So we have to do it now.
Excuse me, but I had a brain fart. I forgot half of my question.
Go ahead, Manny.
We were assessed $60,000. Can you tell us where did the other $30,000 go to at that time?
What do you mean, the other
When we
30,000?
were assessed 7 years ago, was a quote to us $60,000.
I don't think it was 60,000, not what I remember. Keith's gonna answer that, please.
Thank you, Keith.
There we go.
Because it wasn't 60.
I know we did.
Close, well, maybe close to it.
There were I know there was pond money and other things that there were other ponds they were doing at the time.
I don't have my spreadsheet with me, but I went, when I was on the board, I went through all the deep well expenses. The original,
Talk louder, a little louder.
the original special assessment was for $36,000. And of that, we've spent.
We used some of it
We've used
fixing.
some of it for fixing the deep well.
Yeah.
All the money that was used out of the original assessment was used for the deep well in some aspect of replacing pumps, upgrading the electrical boxes, building a shed around
Yeah, the
that so that we
shack,
could
yeah.
have that. 2 years ago, we moved 25,000 out of the operating budget into that account. And so when you look at all of the expenses, like I said, I don't have my spreadsheet with me, so I can't give you the details. We still have about $30,000 left. The rest of it has been used to maintain the deep well hasn't worked, the way the original project was, but we have, like I said, 30,000 left.
I remember that spreadsheet because I have it too. It has a detailed accounting, but you're asking for questions now that we don't have the details to,
And
but it was
also-
never 60.
Also, we did complete in 2022, 40% of this project.
Yeah. There was money spent already on it, that's
Yeah.
why it's not, that's why there's 30,000 left instead of,
So why hasn't it been done? Why are we waiting till now, though?
Because we had big insurance bills, and we have a lot of excuses, which don't really matter much, but we had bills, we had COVID, we had,
yeah, lots of different
What do you wanna
boards
know?
too. So exactly what happened, we don't know.
Well, I just want to say, I understand the board changes from hands to hands and everything, but it's also good that here we have a good board. I'm very happy with you guys. Maybe we should share more information where people don't keep asking me to come up and ask questions, so I don't mind asking them for you guys to answer the people's questions, so.
Yeah, so we didn't spend all the money, and the money is sitting in the infrastructure account. It's around 30,000, some has been spent, because there's been money that came in at I remember there were two different times that money came in for the deep well. So the first amount of money, and I'm just, because you're talking about something that I've seen the paper and I kind of remember, but it's not right here on the top of my head, but some money came in, it got spent, then other money got pulled in, and a little bit of it got spent, but anytime they do something with the deep well, it comes out of that money. So there's little repairs and things that have been done, and a shack that was built and put there, so those things, and I think we paid for the pole, right?
Yes.
So the pole's paid for, that's gonna get installed, we just put it on hold while they were researching again. So all these costs come out of that money that's been sitting in there, but it hasn't been getting used or wasted on anything but that. It's sitting there waiting.
Okay, so what we're looking at is, next, guys, we're looking at another assessment, and it's going to probably be as high as this last one, right?
We don't know that.
We're mum on that.
Okay.
But we are trying to work out ways to make it, we're gonna maybe spread it out or do something with it. We're still thinking and figuring it out.
Anything else? All right.
All right.
All right. The last thing I have is our Basin 3 bulkhead project is complete.
Yay!
We got our final inspection on Thursday. Inspector was very happy that we hogged a lot of the silt that had eroded into it out to do our backfilling. So it's all good. We're going to move on to replacing the irrigation system and getting some grass back there and whatever we decide to do landscape-wise. So, and that's it. That's all I have.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, next topic, work order process. Holly's going to speak on this.
I just wanted to remind everyone the process of work orders. Since a lot of you have been gone over the summer and whatnot, you can do a work order. We still have the manual tickets here in the office. If you fill out one of those, please keep the yellow copy for yourself so you'll have a record of when you turned it in. You can go online and fill it up through Vanica and fill it out that way. You can go into the MYCC website and fill one out that way. Once we get them, they're given to the maintenance guys depending on what you need to have done. And we've gotten some pushback where some things are taking longer to have done. Anything that's an emergency item, they take care of right away. Anything that's like painting, cosmetic type of work, go a little bit farther down the list for them to take care of because it's not an immediate need. So please keep that in mind. And I also need, if you see something, please do a work order. Don't assume your neighbors did a work order, because we're running into that as well. So-and-so filled one out. We have no record of it. So regardless, even if you think someone filled it out, please fill out another one. Or if you filled one out and you don't see anything being done, come to the office, ask us, call the office, ask us, send an email, ask us. We're not perfect. Things do fall through the cracks from time to time. We don't like that when that happens, so please, we do not take offense if somebody asks us about a work order. So I just wanted to let you all know that. Does anyone have any questions about the work order process? Because it seems to be, we've gotten some rough patches now that season's picked up again since the first of the year. And I want to make sure we handle things as efficiently as we can out of the office for you all. So any feedback is always welcome.
I would like to also state that when you fill out a work order, don't just scribble something on what you want done. We need your name, we need your phone number, we need your unit number, and please put a date on it. I can't tell you how many because I get approached by residents that say, oh, I put this work order in, it didn't get done, and I go and I look to see if we can find the work order and where it's at. Sometimes it's out with the guys, sometimes it's here, and we're trying to, get that all straightened out so we can keep track of these work orders. But I get these things, and they have no dates on them. How long do I know that's been out there if you don't put a date on it? I can't go and help you if you haven't filled the work order out completely. Put your phone number on there. If we need to call you, if you don't put your phone number on there, sometimes we can find you through Vanica, but that's an extra step for us. Fill it out completely, please.
If you do it electronically, whether our site or their site, does it do a date stamp?
It should.
Yes.
If you do it, your best bet is to do it electronically. That way you can check it. We know what the date was. I know exactly where it is in the process. Do it electronically. I need to talk to Danny to get some of the trifolds back out because they ran out and they haven't reprinted them. But we have a trifold. It's a step-by-step. It is so easy to go into Vanica and fill out a work order. If you want to keep track of these things, do it that way. And then I can actually see when you did it and all the information that you provided. Sometimes we get things like, do this. We have no background. We have no, and they go to find something and it's not that way anymore. So give us as much information as you can and fill it out completely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and don't stop the guys when they're driving by and say, can you do this? Because that's getting old, like really old. Because if we don't have a work order, and then I like it, because then they come and complain to me that somebody didn't do something. They don't write up work orders. Holly should not be writing a work order. Danny should not be writing a work order. You should write a work order, okay? Don't call the office. There's a way to do it electronically, or, write it and come up here and drop it off.
And the workers are going to forget. When you're telling them while they're riding by to do the next job, they might remember, but they're probably going to forget. Hey, can you do that? They'll say, yeah, but then you're probably not going to get done because they're going to forget.
Bottom line, fill out a work order.
Any questions?
Oh, Tripp.
Well, he's coming up. On the back table over there behind where the desk is, I just did this little cheat sheet of rules because rules seem to be being broken a lot. It's not the complete list. The complete list is on the website. If you would please look there and reread your rules. This week there's been people walking on the golf course. In the morning, you're not allowed to walk on the golf course. The golf course is for playing golf. Also, there have been a lot of vehicles backing in. Please do not back in.
No trucks.
No trucks.
no trucks parked anywhere near the buildings, unless, when a worker comes, they go out, they're there, they park in a guest spot, they do the work, and then they're out by the night. But if you're an owner, you're not parking your truck. If we see it, you're getting ticketed.
Also, if your car isn't street worthy, if it doesn't have a registration,
Flat
it's got a flat
tires.
tire, we're gonna ticket it, we're gonna tow it. Okay.
Trip Causey, 11D. I apologize, I was a little bit late today. I was out donating golf balls to the community. Anyway, have we talked about the bocce ball court at all? Under work, okay, so under work orders. For bocce ball court, do I need to put in a work order to have it cleaned quarterly, or can that be put on a maintenance schedule?
We're discussing doing a maintenance schedule, so they have a whole round of different things that they have to do and they know. So that's something new, because it used to be somebody in the community used to take care of them. But now, yeah, we gotta.
So I recommend it be put on like a quarterly.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
Because it's, even before we got to bocce ball season, it was pretty disgusting.
Yeah,
with my
we agree.
grandkids and stuff like that.
And we are working on something. We're gonna start working on it.
Okay. Since I'm here, can I say one more thing? So about the rules?
Yeah.
I've almost been run over here lately. I mean, the sign says stop
15
means
miles
stop.
an hour.
The sign says stop means stop, and especially in the last couple of weeks, people have just been blowing through there like they're not even there.
Yep.
They're driving very fast, a lot faster than the speed limit. It's very dangerous out there to try to take a walk in the evening. And so we need to do something about this. I'm not sure what you do, but the people in this community need to stop, need to slow down, and especially the stop sign out here, if you're coming in the gate
Yes.
and turning left, that's pretty dangerous, and people have almost.
I heard we had open carry here in Florida. Is that?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Do not even joke about that.
Anyway, so that's, thank you.
Okay.
Can I say one more?
Okay.
Now we're gonna have residents shooting each other.
One other thing I want to say is we are a volunteer community, and all of us and many of you give up many hours for volunteering. Ron Patrick has been looking for a ranger to work half days. I'm not sure what day it is, but if you can think of anybody that would be willing to be a ranger for half a day, please let Ron, or please talk to them and give their name to Ron.
Is it now open for any other questions?
I'm not there yet, but go ahead and ask your question.
We have a bunch of committee social events that are coming up, and across the street, and it's been for a while, the refrigerator to the left is not working at all.
I think she called for that.
You're getting a new one.
Oh, they're coming tomorrow. Never mind.
All right, so next, everybody good? Any more questions on this past topic? Okay, I'm moving on. Next thing is occupants and owners in units. So Brenda is the one who wanted to discuss this, but she's not feeling good, so she's not coming. So she'll give her full discussion in a couple of weeks at the board meeting. But I'm just going to say, if you have guests coming, family, whoever, you should have them signed in anyway so that we know people are there, because sometimes you get complaints about residents or people being there that shouldn't be there. So we kind of need to know exactly who's in your unit. And there's an application process if somebody's going to move into your unit. You can't just let them in, and you can't just rent it to whoever you want. So, but this is going to be discussed more in depth by Brenda. And is there anything anybody else on the board wants to add, or Holly? Okay.
We're gonna actually talk about this at the rules meeting today. So if you feel you wanna, talk about this in greater detail, come to the rules meeting this afternoon at 3 in the glass room.
Okay, so any questions? Okay, next topic is the upcoming projects, the walkway at the yacht club, and I'm handing that over to Joe.
I believe we have Paris Pavers. They're going to come in with samples, and that's to do that small piece of walkway that's currently Trex that's breaking up. We're gonna do that in pavers. We're gonna get as close to a match as we can to the existing pavers that's on the patio portion that's out toward the river. So that's it. So we don't know when that's gonna happen yet. It's gonna be soon. Oh, it's all done. Yeah, that's all been approved already. It was,
Yeah, we did that already.
4,900, I believe, versus we had, I think, 7,000 or something for the other materials, so we did good on that. So,
Any questions? Okay, so, the annual meeting is, what did we say, March 7th?
March 7th,
At 1 o'clock?
Saturday. Yep.
Yeah, Saturday, 1 o'clock. You need do they need ID or badges? Okay. All right.
No badges, we'll have a sign-in sheet.
All right, so if anybody has any last comments, now's your time, and then we'll adjourn. Anything else, anyone?
Going, Manny?
where's Manny?
Okay. All right. Going once, going twice, gone. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.